Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode here on Talk Daily. Hopefully, you have a great day wherever you are in the world. And I have to explain to you what you're looking at. This is a drawing, okay? This is from Car and Driver. It's an article written by Jamie Kitman. It's an amazing article. It's really has a lot of ink, there's a lot of words in it. I really encourage you to read it if you're interested to know how the automotive dealership market works here in the United States. Now, the highlight of it, capitalism, money buys you everything. And it's basically start explaining to you that car dealerships are basically making a lot of money due to the pandemic, meaning that, well, I see it in my hometown when I'm driving. I see a car lot, Toyota dealership, for example. They used to have plenty of cars. You drive by and there's like 5, 10 cars. The lot is empty. We're talking about a football pitch size field, okay, of a space that's being occupied by a couple of vehicles due to the fact of supply and demand. But the dealership doesn't mind that. Now, I kind of give you an idea that the car dealership are very profitable here in the United States. And, according from the article saying, there's a reason retired athlete, family trust, and private equity like to park big chunks of cash in automotive dealerships. And it isn't necessary that they like cars in the United States. The sale of automotive annually accounts for close to $1 trillion in economic activity. And it turns out that situating yourself somewhere near the receiving end of all that money changes hands is a pretty good place to be. Lately, it's been better than ever. And okay, so it's a great article, a lot of info, but I'm just gonna summarize it for you really quick with big numbers. 8.8 million units. That is the annualized rate of 8.8 million units in 2020, making almost 50% year-over-year decline. So what we're talking about, sales fell off the table in April in 2020. Sale fell, but then the prices went up 10.8% in just 12 months. For example, they're talking about eyes. They're basically talking about eyes. They're eye-watering prices of vehicles. For example, Hyundai. Everything went up. So cars got really, really expensive, and they're really happy. People are paying $1,000 above MSRP, which is manufacturer suggested retail pricing. And 15,000 markups on Hyundai's Ioniq 5, for example. $96,000 premium attached Mercedes Powerballer, the AMG G63. Long story short, if not aware of it, dealership are just, oh, you want this car, but I want it too, and I want it too. Okay, shell out more. Capitalism at its best. So, it goes on and on. So the dealership what's going on right now, they don't want the manufacturer to start ramping up production. They don't want that. They want the production to stay kind of low so they are enjoying this record profit. If they're going to start supplying, the manufacturer start supplying the dealership with a lot of vehicles, then the dealer will not be able to do those markups because the dealer is still making money and they're happy making more money. Why deal with the more volume when you can have less volume and make more money? So that's the position they're in right now, saying car factories want at least 80% capacity utilization because fixed costs are huge, and the OEM suppliers have the same goal. One cannot just turn the supply chain off and on. So for the lowest supply cost, we want to crank out 1 car per minute all year long, but demand follows no such rule. Maybe it's January, no one wants to shop for cars, demand falls. April and May and April, somebody wants to buy cars. So that's, again, there's just a lot of information on it, but they're basically explaining to you that manufacturers just going to manufacture cars, clockwork. Dealership cannot sell cars like clockwork. So move on to the caveat is at the end, all right? The caveat is at the end. So that's not about cutting out the middleman because, again, it's a great article, okay? So I'm just summarizing it very, very quickly. There's a lot more details here. Saying cutting out the middleman. So saying, why go and do the dealership? Do what Tesla do, right? They just go order your car online and wait forever. I don't understand this. This seems to be something that I personally don't understand, but they wait. They don't mind waiting. I guess it's kind of the same thing when you order stuff online. You just kind of like, it's going to arrive and it's backed by some warranty, and your expectation is that you did the research and it's going to come to me and I just don't have to worry about it. And you get busy with your life, and before you know it, ta-da, it's there. i.e., Tesla. Now, they're worried in car dealership that they might get to that point where Honda goes, you know what? You want to buy a Honda? Just go on Honda website. Which, if you go to other countries, that's kind of like the model they go. But so every country is different. But again, I'm talking about the United States. Now, if you go direct, like Honda, I mean, like Tesla, if Honda wants to do what Tesla does, they actually can't. Legally, they cannot. So, and they're also talking about we getting to that point where maintenance, you have to go to dealership to change your oil. That was kind of the thing that internal combustion engine were the bread and butter for maintenance for people who work in the maintenance industry maintaining those vehicles, i.e. the mechanic or the dealer or whatnot. You go get your car, oil change. That had to be done. No matter what, you have to change the oil. If you don't change the oil on your vehicle's not going to last for that long. Now, and that was a chance for the dealer to communicate with you. How do you like your vehicle? Maybe you want to get another vehicle. Depends on the long length that you've had it, your warranty, your condition, whatnot. So that was a kind of a way that you continue having a relationship and contact with the consumer. Well, we're changing that. Now we're having over-the-air update, maintenance, repairs. For example, I made a video not too long ago about the Hyundai that was all it needed like a software update. You could do it over the air. You don't need to. So I'm quoting from the article saying the truth is a lot of stuff is going to get solved through over-the-air diagnostic, like it is with Formula One. Ooh, they mentioned Formula One. Don't mention Formula One. I love Formula One. There's nothing to do with Formula One. Let's say that the first 20% of problems, yeah, over-the-air diagnostic will be, if something fails, it will fail. Like a component, you cannot fix the component. Just think about it. If something physically broken, you're not gonna be able to fix it over the air. But a lot of times, it could be because these cars are getting really smart. It could be almost like restart your computer, right? You see the blue screen of death, restart your computer, maybe, whatever, something like that. So that's what they're talking about, those kind of fixable solutions. And that's also, might not need to go to dealership anymore. And over-the-air update has nothing to do with the dealership. It has to do with the manufacturer. It's a direct manufacturer contact to the consumer. Not saying doing away with dealer marketing and incentive have given Tesla a competitive advantage in the neighborhood of around $5,000 per vehicle. Dude, Tesla model is fantastic. Tesla is... that's my point I'm trying to get to. You see the word Tesla pop up a lot. If you just watch this, if you just read this and you just see Tesla, that's all it is. It's just Tesla redefined the game of how to sell a vehicle. It did it. And the reason why Tesla is just it doesn't deal with any of these things. Tesla is just you're direct to the consumer. Quoting, Wall Street recognized a competitive advantage, which is why the stock multiply are through the roof. Tesla stocks are crazy. There's a drastic misperception that EV owner want to buy direct because of Tesla, says Le Neuve, who also has been an executive at Ford, Volvo, and General Motors. He says that Tesla was so far ahead of the market in terms of EV product and its overall technology that consumers would have bought the cars at the local landfill. I would argue that Tesla would have done it just as well, maybe better, with dealer network to help consumer. I don't think so. Nah. I should not have read that paragraph. I disagree with you, sir. Respectfully. I think what it is with Tesla is just, again, consumers just know what they want. They don't want to deal with all the noise. And as I said, like, we're used to shopping things online. We look at something we want. I mean, if the vehicle already goes that fast, which is people kind of understand that, right? What else? So anyway, this video is not about Tesla, but I'm just gonna give you an idea. Again, this is an amazing read. You see me, I'm skipping a lot, but here's the caveat: direct sales, it's complicated. Now, you see, this is the United States and this Alaska and Hawaii, and it shows you the red. Okay, this is different than the red and the blue. Okay, we're not talking about politics here. Okay, although you could see, well, no, not really. Okay, so. Red, again, has nothing to do with the political parties. This has to do where you could sell. Red state where direct sales are okay with various qualification and sometimes only for, repeat after me, Tesla. Blue states where direct sales are prohibited. You cannot have direct sale in Texas. No, sirree. No, you cannot. Now, direct sale is complicated, and I'm going to read this directly because it's fantastic. I couldn't even make this up. It's saying thanks to welter of protective regulation born of roughly a century of spirited stakehouse lobbying. I love that word, lobbying. Cutting out the dealer middleman is illegally tricky. Rules about OEM direct sales vary by state and fall into roughly 5 categories. So let's go through them. Direct sales are permitted if there is no competitive with a franchise dealership of the same brand, either in the state or within a certain geographic area. So direct sales are permitted if there's no competition, same brand. So again, that doesn't that basically mean that exonerate Tesla. Direct sales are permitted upon showing that no independent dealer is available. And since OEM decide the qualification, it is not too hard to determine what that nobody meets them. Again, the OEM controls the situation. They're able to qualify where the dealer is going to be located. Wow. And the third one, direct sales are permitted, but only for manufacturer zero-emission vehicles. That's, again, Tesla. No direct sales are permitted except for Tesla. It's just, you know what? Just straight up. No direct sales are permitted except for Tesla. No direct sales are permitted. I don't understand the last one, but no direct sales are permitted. Period. So those are the 5 categories you could have. You could have absolutely no direct sales, like those states right here in the blue. You see that? No direct sales. Some of them are only for Tesla, which is fantastic. They have so much lobbying power. They're like, us, please, only us. That to me is just, what a company. What a company. I mean, capitalism at its best. Some other states, again, this is in the red now, okay? Some other state, direct sales are permitted, but only for manufacturer of zero-emission vehicles. So you have to be a manufacturer only makes zero-emission vehicles. So there's a couple of them coming out, okay? And not only Tesla. And then also on those red states, there'll be direct sales are permitted upon showing that no independent dealer is available, which some of them don't have independent dealer, and that's what I'm talking about. Like Tesla does not have independent dealer. So there you go. There's no issues with that one. And the direct sales are permitted if there is no competition with a franchise dealership of the same brand. Again, since Tesla doesn't have dealerships anywhere, there's no competition between two dealerships. We don't have that problem. Again, it's a model built from the ground up for the times we're in, and they're doing fantastic. I'm sorry if this video just keeps talking about Tesla, but their model works, and I don't know what's going to happen to OEM. So see, there you go, saying, what will the successful dealer inventory model of the future look like? I'm quoting. I believe it will be consist of shard pools of vehicle in local markets owned by OEMs from which the dealer can pull in near real time. So basically saying that everybody have access to a pool of cars and they're just gonna pluck them as they need them. Look, I personally think eventually, because we have rules like this, it's not gonna change that much. It really isn't. But again, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Again, this article is fantastic. There's so much information written in it. Such a great article. I really don't want to spoil it. Jamie Kitman did a great job writing this article. So I just want everybody to go ahead and read it. There's so much information in there. And it's really talking about something that will be, in our lifetime, is going to redefine the car sales, because going to a dealership, this to be the only way you're able to get a car. But now we're looking at, I could make money. This is such a evil. I'm not enjoying this at all. This picture is creepy. It's good for Halloween. That looks like it, like a bow tie and a Texan, and this guy is signing with like red ink, looks like blood. Ugh. It's scary. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, those markups, $15,000 markup on Hyundai Ioniq 5, and somebody pays for it. And people wait, people wait forever. Again, the profits were insane. It's talking about the profit. There was shortage on chips. Remember, there was no chips for cars, so much shortage, but then the profit went skyrocketing. I mean, profit certainly did. They skyrocketed. They're talking about BMW, Hyundai, Lamborghini, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, Rolls-Royce, Volvo. They had record earnings. So I don't know. I mean, if they're gonna flood the market back again, is this gonna affect them, right? So I don't know. As I said, read the article. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I really think it's a fascinating article. And as you can see, there's a lot of Tesla in there because really Tesla is one of those companies. They studied the market, or they had a bunch of smart people, and they just sat down together and said how we could do this. And they had a, because they were first. You know, when you're first, you get a lot of benefit when you're first, right? They could obviously the laws in their advantage. You know, no direct sale permitted except for Tesla. I mean, that's just enough. You know, just to give you an idea how much they lobbied and they worked and they got their foot in the door, and they're a company that you buy a Tesla, you wait forever for your car. I mean, you wait forever, but people don't mind waiting. So here we go. I mean, and I don't think it's just because people just want a Tesla. I think we're just used to waiting. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, correct me. Let me know what you think in the comments below. In this video, I've been blabbing for a minute. Again, read this article. It's a fantastic article. Anyway, as always, thank you, and I'll see you next time. Be safe out there. Bye bye.